Welcome to Two Brothers RC. Today we're taking up our Freewing F-14 with brand new main wheels and armament. But before we get into that, consider joining us on Discord. The link is in the description. Come talk planes with us.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's been a while since we've flown it, but we have the Freewing F-14 twin 80mm Tomcat. We're also flying this with Danny's batteries from smcracing.com. These two 5500 test packs, and we also have 6200s and 5300s we're going to throw into it as well. Assuming the plane survives this crazy wind that we're going to fly it in today. We have also a TrueFire LED afterburner in it, and we also did a couple of other mods to this thing, including putting low bounce wheels on it. And if you didn't notice already, we have missiles on it now too, so this Tomcat finally has some teeth. So let's take a look at those. We have the Sparrow and Sidewinder missiles on the rails, and we have the Phoenix missiles on the belly. It should have 4 of them, but if it had 4, it wouldn't have any room for cooling the plane. Get around to this main runway. Oh yeah, those wheels already sound better.
The F-14 is a true joy to fly, but to get the most out of it, you may wish to consult our setup guide. It goes over all relevant programming so that you can get the most out of this heavy beast.
This thing looks awesome with those missiles, man. You can really see them too. And those afterburners, man. Larry, I can't thank you enough for giving those to us to demonstrate for people. All right, let's go take her up and do some cool stuff. If you guys haven't gotten this jet yet, it is actually a bit of a project to fly. You're not gonna wanna just take it up and fly it. You're gonna wanna do some stuff to it to make it perform to its full potential. One of the things we did do was take the gyro and actually put it on the wing ailerons, which is something that I think makes a big difference in how the plane flies. And gives it the ability to track a little bit more straight, especially when you go and you make the wings sweep back, because it was just kind of weird before. It wouldn't track straight with the wings out. So we're gonna sweep the wings back. You can definitely feel the difference in how it flies. You gotta keep some of that power on the curve. Try to come right down the runway, buddy. It's getting a little turbulent out here. We're doing our best to fly in the remnants of Hurricane Nicole that are just kind of floating through.
23.97 volts.
But we have 23.97 volts after like 2 minutes of flight. Yeah, 2 minutes of flight, and this thing is just handling it like no problem. Let me clear the runway real quick. I'll go nice and slow for you. We're gonna come straight down. Yeah, this thing has such a beautiful presence to it in the sky. You really can't beat a Tomcat, can you?
No, man.
I'm gonna get one of these days.
I mean, if you don't do the crazy maneuvers that I'm doing with it here in a few moments, you'll be fine. But I mean, look at this thing. You can do a full Cobra maneuver with it, and it just doesn't care. With the winds being what they are, we're gonna go up nice and high to do it and slow down a little bit more because there's a lot of airspeed. 3, 2, 1.
Nice.
Isn't that insane?
Look at that.
Oh, I got disoriented. Whoa. Yeah, that sun does not help you at all, but that's why you have full throws and you can turn it around. No problem.
150% rates.
Oh yeah, all the rates, man. All the rates.
The sun is messing with my focus. There we go.
I love how this thing looks. It's just so cool. It's one of those jets that I say, like, if it ever gets broken, I'll get it back eventually. I mean, it looks like you got your very own Tomcat that you didn't have to spend $50 million for. It really, looks are all that matters, right? Do you really need to be in it, have fun? Not really.
Not really.
The problem with owning a full-scale jet like this is you can only fly it for so long before it has to have the engines, you know, maintained seriously and all sorts of other stuff. So we're doing what we can to fly in this crazy wind. Let's go ahead and take her in, do some landing with it. try a full flap landing. Hopefully we don't get caught in any wind shear with the flaps out. Looks like we're doing okay. It's not going too crazy. Man, those wheels, you didn't even hear them touch down.
For a second, I thought you didn't.
Yeah, I did too.
21.82 volts.
Do one more touch and go, maybe two more. I don't want to run to LVC. We're at half throttle right now. We're at like 22 volts.
Gear down. Full flaps.
Now the winds have subsided just enough. Yeah, that was we'll just take that. Pull the stabs back a little bit to air brake it. Throw the spoilers out to help air brake it even more. There we go. That brought it to a dead stop. Yeah, those low bounce wheels are a totally good upgrade for it. They're not the most scale looking thing, but the fact that you can even see the wheels when this plane has them retracted isn't really scale either.
22.7 volts.
All right. This thing is just, if you guys haven't flown a Tomcat yet, man, this thing is amazing. This is on the SMC 5300 packs. You gotta be kind of careful how much you pull it. It does have, it's very heavy, and these winds, it's kind of weird to fly. Just about ripped the plane in half up there, pulling it through that high G bank. Then with those missiles on it, it's got a dimension to it that it was missing before. Let's clear the runway again. We're gonna do a full speed pass coming down. We're gonna bring this thing in with the wing sweep. There we go, wing sweep coming in. Oh, that looked really cool, the way it kind of spiraled out with the wings. Unfortunate placement with the sun right now. I thought we were going to have more sunlight to work, or less sunlight to work with, but it looks like the hurricane's finally clearing out. Sweep the wings back a little bit more.
Awesome.
You can see the roll rate change too as the wings come out. It just starts to slow down as they start keeping it from working as well. There's very little you can't do with this jet. Except be awesome, I guess. You can't not be awesome flying this thing. You got them Maverick vibes going on. Push it down, get close to us. Get some shear out here.
Instead of Maverick vibes. A little bit of Ace Combat, DCS world.
A little bit of DCS, yeah. Just got plenty of power. Let's do some landings with it.
Nice break.
Got a little too close to those trees, you know, but what is life without a little bit of danger, am I right?
Living on the wild side.
Use some rudder to kick it around. There we go. See that landing light on there? It looks so good. Getting that wind shear, some turbulence. Just line up for another landing like that. Get it down a little further so that you can get that nice zoom in as the wheels touch. Those low bounce wheels make these landings look like butter. We're in 120, right, bud?
We are.
Awesome. Let's make this landing a bit better.
22.5 volts full flat.
Got enough for 1 or 2 more touch and goes before we have to worry about low voltage cutoff. Fortunately, we have a very long runway and a lot of width, so we could, if the unthinkable happened, we could still fly around it.
9 minutes.
All right, next one's gonna be the last, and then we'll go up and do some more B-roll stuff and get that Cobra spin going. Because just because the Su-57 could do it doesn't mean that the F-14 couldn't, at least in model form. Yeah, we're gonna break in, drop full flaps, use some rudder to kick that nose around, keep us lined up. Look at that line up. There we go. Perfect. Man, I love this jet, dude. I wish FMS would make this thing. Or something like it. Ideas. There we go. Stuff.
If you're flying the F-14, we highly recommend SMC lithium high voltage batteries, especially with our 1920 kV inrunner and 100 amp ESC upgrade. The jet howls and screams through the air with the extra volt of power, pushing the motors to their true potential.
So we're back. Hope you guys enjoyed. We don't normally take the Tomcat out. It's an expensive jet. If something goes wrong with it, it's very hard to fix. There were some sketchy landings there. The content I was planning to shoot was going to be more based around doing some Top Gun style stuff from Mavericks, some Cobra spins, and some other cool things, but we just could not get the wind to agree, and every time I came in to land and do the touch and go segment, I got like one good landing, and the rest of it just turned into like wind shear alerts left and right going off, and I'm just happy I didn't lose the jet, because if I had tried to go around one more time with these heavy SMC packs in the front, because these are the biggest ones I feel confident carrying on this jet, it would have crashed. I would have lost it due to low voltage cutoff that you can't disable on these Freewing jets. However, the performance on this thing is nothing less than outstanding with these high voltage batteries. I mean, I got how many minutes did I get out of that? I got 5 minutes and 35 seconds out of a dual battery jet. I mean, normally you're shooting for 2.5 to 3 at most for these things, and it flew just phenomenally well. So honestly, I'm gonna say, like, this is definitely one of my favorite jets to fly, but it's also a big pain in the butt. It's big, it's hard to carry with you, and when you retract these wings like this, the problem is, well, even retracted, it still takes up a ton of space. And unfortunately too, we did have a left retract fail on us. So if I flip this up, which my throttle cut is on. Oh, yeah, see how it's failing? So I need to get myself a new retract unit from Freewing, because that one's kind of run its course, which is very unfortunate. For the price of this jet, it should last a little bit more than 100 flights, you'd think. You can hear it. You can see it, even. It looks terrible.
Yeah, it's just dragging slow.
I will say though, I'm glad I paid for the ordnance. I should not have had to pay for the ordnance. It should have come with the jet. For how much this thing cost, it's kind of crazy that you had to pay for it on top of that. Not really happy with that design decision. I'm kind of glad that FMS kind of does that, where they give you the ordnance with the jet. Even if it's not perfect ordnance and it doesn't always look the best, at least it comes with it, you know? So there is a point in favor for FMS with that one for sure. That all being said, you guys should consider getting one of these for yourselves. I love it personally. If you set it up the way I set it up, you're gonna have so much fun with it. Just make sure you stabilize the ailerons and you'll get the most out of it. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you again out there.